Hello guys, welcome to a new video, and in this video we are going to configure 4 types of VPN. So we're going to configure a clientless SSL VPN, which is going to be on this side over here, and then we are going to configure a Anyconnect SSL VPN on this side, and then on this side we are also going to be configuring a clientless Anyconnect Ipsec VPN. And then we are going to go ahead and configure FlexVPN on this side right here with router 1, router 2, and this hub right here. So let's go ahead and start with the clientless SSL VPN, which is going to be on this side. So let's go ahead and do that. I already have opened my ASDM for this ASA2. So let's go ahead and start configuring this. So the first thing that we want to configure for the clientless SSL VPN connection is going to be a connection profile, and this is the pre-login policies. Let's go ahead and click on add. We are going to name this clientless connection. You can name it whatever you want. Connection. There we go. The alias is, we are just going to leave it clientless. That's good. The default DNS, we are going to do the default. That's fine. And we want to enable clientless SSL VPN protocol. We are going to choose a group policy, and a group policy is the post login policy. Over here we're going to call it clientless group. The banner is going to say welcome to clientless SSL VPN. More options, so we want to enable the clientless SSL VPN, and that should be good. Tunneling protocols, all the rest, let me verify over here. Well, on the portal we want to go ahead and create a bookmark because we want to get into this website, so we want to bookmark that website. So we're going to uncheck on inherit. Let's go into manage. We are going to add a new one. Let's go ahead and add one, and this one is going to be called, just call it website, and we are going to go to 172.16.2.2. that's the website over here inside behind the ASA. Let's go ahead and click OK. Bookmark name, we are just going to call this bookmarks. Right, there we go. We created that bookmark called bookmarks. You can name it whatever you want. There we go. And this URL entry we can just enable. File entry, I know that is also going to be enabled. Click OK. OK to assign it to the group policy, and there it is. So let's go ahead and click OK. Are you sure about this? Just go ahead and press OK. Then we're going to go into the group policies, and the clientless group policy that we created from the connection profile, we are going to assign a user, Oscar, apply, and save it. Now we are going to go ahead and log in into this ASA via SSL clientless VPN, and we are going to use a browser. You can use Edge, Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome, whatever you have. We are going to go to https 30.1.1.1, which is the ASA, the IP address of this ASA, 30.1.1.1. Details, go to the web page. We are going to log into the clientless. Welcome to clientless SSL VPN. Remember, we configured that banner, and here is the website. And there we go. We were able to get into that website, so that is good. So we are done with one VPN. So one VPN is done. Now we are going to configure Anyconnect SSL and then Anyconnect Ipsec. So this is going to be from this Windows device because we are going to configure for this side now. So let's go ahead and open this ASDM. There we go. We are here already. So what we want to do is we are just going to use a wizard. Let's go to wizard VPN, Anyconnect VPN. Next, let's go ahead and call this SSL Anyconnect. I'm just gonna copy this. VPN interface the outside. This is the outside 20.1.1.1. Uncheck Ipsec, configure SSL. We are going to use the image that we already loaded. We are going to use username Oscar, And for this, we are going to create a new one, and we are going to just call this Anyconnect SSL Anyconnect pool, starting IP address 172.16.1.100 all the way to 172.16.1.110. Something mask /24. You can do whatever you want. And whenever we connect to this ASA using that SSL VPN, we are going to get an IP address from this range, and I'm going to show you guys. We are not going to configure any DNS. Click next, and finish. That's good. Verify that this connection profile has been enabled, SSL enable. Allow it to the outside. We are going to go into the group policy, and this group policy that we created, this one right here, SSL Anyconnect. Let's go ahead and assign a user to it. Apply it. We are going to go into this group policy. We are going to go advanced, split tunneling. We are going to inherit, and we are going to tunnel all networks, and we want to add this local network, and it just says to permit any IPv4 address. So any IPv4 address is going to go inside this ASA. Apply it, save it. So now, let's see. Now, the Anyconnect SSL has been configured. Now let's go ahead into this Windows device over here. And from this Windows device, we are going to open. You need to have Anyconnect already configured. So we are going to connect to 20.1.1.1. Connect anyway. And before we do that, let's go ahead and do cmd IP config. And as you can see, we only have one IP address configured, which is the local one. And as soon as we connect it, we are going to get another IP address, which is going to be 172.16.1.100. And there we go. I have been authenticated. It is establishing a VPN connection. And there we go. Now we are connected. Let's do another IP config. And there it is, 172.16.1.100. Now we should be able to ping 172.16.1.3, which is the IP address of this router right here inside. We are able to do that. Now what I want to do is I want to see if I'm able to telnet into it. So let's go ahead and open PuTTY. And I have configured telnet. That's why I'm doing that, 172.16.1.3. There we go. Enter the password. And there we go. We are inside this router right here. So it is working and it's doing good. So now we have configured SSL, Anyconnect SSL VPN. Now we are going to configure Anyconnect Ipsec with Ike V2. So we are going to go into the ASA using the ASDM again. We are right here. We are going to go into Wizards, Anyconnect Wizards. We are going to call this Ipsec Anyconnect. We are going to enable IPsec. Next, Anyconnect is good. Method, we are going to use the local asker. We are going to use the same username. For this pool, we are going to create a new one. We are going to call it pool. This one's going to be 172.16.1.200 all the way to 172.16.1.210. Subnet mask /24. There we go. Next, we're not configure any DNS. Next, allow world launch, whatever you want to do. Finish. There we go. Now we have two connection profiles. So we have the SSL Anyconnect and the Ipsec Anyconnect. SSL Anyconnect has the SSL enable. Ipsec has Ipsec enable. Let's go ahead and go into the group policy. Let's go ahead into Anyconnect Ipsec. Let's go ahead. Oh, actually, this is the connection profile for Ike V1. We want to go into the group policy. Sorry for that. And this side, this group policy, we want to actually go ahead and assign asker to it. There we go. So we are able to authenticate with the username asker. And let's go ahead and apply it. save it. Let's go ahead into this IPsec Anyconnect. Let's go ahead and do the split tunneling. We are going to do the same. Tunnel all networks, inherit the local to allow any IP address. Save it. That has been saved. Now let's go ahead into the Windows UI. We need to actually create a profile so we can connect to Ike V2. So we have to put that inside the, we're going to delete this. So we have to put it inside. The way that you get to that is by going into your C drive, program data, Cisco, Anyconnect profile. So let's go ahead and do the VPN editor, VPN profile editor. We are going to go to server list. We are going to add a new one. Name, let's just call it IPsec. IP address 20.1.1.1, which is the ASA. We want to enable IPsec, and that should be good. Let's go ahead and save it. We're going to save it to the desktop, and it's going to be called just IPsec. There we go. Now I saved it to my desktop right here, and I want to move it to the profiles. Continue. Saved. Now let's go ahead and go into Anyconnect, and let's go ahead and open Anyconnect. Let's connect to the 20.1.1.1. Or actually, we are going to do the drop down, and we're going to select that IPsec profile that we created. It is contacting IPsec. There we go. Connect anyway. We are going to connect to the IPsec Anyconnect. Same username and password. Welcome. Now it is the Anyconnect downloader is performing an update checks. There we go. Connect anyway again. Establishing a VPN connection. Let's go into CMD. Now we should have an IP address of 172.16.1.200. IP config. There it is, 172.16.1.200. Let's go ahead and go into CMD again. Let's go ahead and ping 172.16.1.3. See if we are able to ping it. There we go. We got a reply from it, so that's good. That means that we are successfully connected into this inside network. So now let's go ahead and open PuTTY. We are going to terminate into this inside router. There we go. Password. And there it is. We have remoted into this inside router, so that is good. So we have configured 3 remote VPNs, which was Clientless SSL, Anyconnect SSL, and Anyconnect IPsec. Now, what we are going to be doing is that we are going to configure FlexVPN from this hub, router 1 and router 2. And let's go ahead and do that, guys. And this is a site-to-site, basically, VPN. The other 3 that we configured before are remote access VPN. So let's go ahead and go into this hub, open it. We also need to open router 1 and router 2. Looking good. Let's go ahead and go into the hub, and let's go ahead and have fun with the CLI. Let's go ahead and config T. From over here, the first step that you need to do is you want to enable AAA, new model, AAA, authorization, network, flex list using the local. And since I'm going to be copying and pasting, because there is a lot of configuration, I'm just going to, it's going to be almost identical for router 1 and router 2. So I just want to copy and paste everything, or most of it, and then I'm going to edit what I need. After that is done, we need to go ahead and do an IP access list, and it's going to be a standard access list. We're going to be calling this flex ACL, and inside here we want to permit any. That's good. After we do that, let's go ahead and copy this access list, open leaf pad, paste it over here, and for permit, This is going to be for router 2, for router 1, because that's the first one that I'm going to do. I want to permit 11.11.11.11 255.255.255. Actually 255.255.255. Okay, so that's going to advertise my loopback for router 1 whenever I configure it. So that is good for the hub. After we do that, we need to go ahead and do a crypto Ike V2 authorization. In policy, we are going to configure the default policy, and inside this policy we need to set interface route set interface, and then we're going to do route set access list, and we need to add that access list that we created, FlexVPN. Good. Now let's go ahead and copy this command because we're going to use it for router 1 and router 2. Paste that into LivePad or whatever editor you're going to be using for this. Copy it, paste. There we go. After that, we need to go ahead and configure the keyring. So we're going to do a crypto Ike V2 keyring. We're going to call it keyring, or actually Ike V2 keyring. There it is. Inside right here, we want to peer any. The address is going to be 0.0.0. There we go. So we can connect to any of them. Pre-share key, CCNP security. Good. We're going to exit. Now we're going to configure crypto Ike V2 profile. We're going to be calling this Ike V2 profile. And inside here we want to do a match identity remote address to anyone. Then we want to do authentication remote. It's going to be some pre-share key, and also the logo is going to be using a pre-share key. Then after we do that, we want to add the keyring local, and we need to attach that keyring that we configure to the Ike V2 profile. Then we're going to do a virtual template, or virtual template 8. We are going to create that in a little bit. Then we're going to do a AAA authorization group using pre-share key, the list, which we named that list flex list. Okay, flex list, and then it's going to be using the default. Then we're going to configure Ike V2 phase 2, which means we're going to configure IPsec. So crypto IPsec transform set tset. We're going to be using a ESP AES 256 ESP SHA with HMAC. Exit. Now we're going to configure crypto IPsec profile IPsec profile. Good. Well, inside this profile we need to attach the transform set, which we named tset, and we also need to set the Ike V2 profile, which we named Ike V2 profile. Now let's go ahead into interface virtual template 8, type Tonal, which is the one that we configure or that we added to the Ike V2 profile, virtual 8. And inside here we need to do the Tonal source. Tonal source was gigabit0/0. It is specifying right here. IP or number, we're going to say loopback 0, right? If we do it, do show IP interface brief, we can see that that's the correct one. So that is good. Then after that, we want to do IP NSRP redirect IP NSRP network ID 1, Tonal protection, IPsec profile, IPsec profile. There we go. ISACamp is now on. So now we want to copy everything we have configured and show run section crypto. And we want to copy all of this. Let's go ahead and go to crypto authorization. I think I copied that, but let me verify it. Yep, I copy it. So we don't need this. We need this, and this one is going to be for the hub. And for the hub, it's going to have a IP address of 80.1.1.1. Then the rest is history. It's going to be the same. And then for the spokes, we can just go ahead and say spokes. It's going to be any IP address. There we go. Just like that. Then over here we need to change this to 1. Remote address, all of that is going to be the same. Good. So after we do that, let's go ahead and do interface Tonal. Let me verify that this is correct. Yep, that's good. Tonal or interface Tonal 1. And from that Tonal, what we need to do is we need to do a Tonal Mode GRE over IP Tonal source. Let me verify which one is the source for router 1. Let's go ahead and go into router 1. Show IP interface brief. So the source is gigabit02. Then we do a Tonal destination, which is 80.1.1.1, which is the hub IP address 80.1.1.1. Good. Then we're going to do IP address, and this IP address is going to be loopback 0. We do IP and SRP shortcut, and we're going to point this to virtual template 1. After we do that, we are going to do the IP and SRP network ID 1 needs to match the same as the hub. Then we do a Tonal protection, IPsec profile, IPsec profile. Now we need to go ahead and configure that virtual template. Interface Tonal virtual template. Oops, needs to be right here. Virtual template 1, type Tonal. So it needs to be interface virtual template 1. It's pointing right here, and it's pointing in the Ike V2. So that's the one that we are going to configure. But here we need to do a IP. I think it's actually this one needs to be IP on number. IP on number. This one needs to be IP on number. Loopback 0. IP NSRP network ID 1. IP NSRP shortcut virtual template 1, and then Tonal protection IPsec profile. We name that IPsec profile. And I believe that should be it. So now let's go ahead and copy and paste everything we have configured into router 1. Config G. First is going to be this section, AAA and authorization and all that good stuff. Good. Let's go ahead and copy it and paste the Ike V2. Good. Let's go ahead and do Ike V2 profile. Oops, what happened over here? Some error. Let's go ahead and paste it right here. Still not working. Oh, that's because I didn't copy everything. I forgot the C. There we go. Then we do IPsec. Good. Then we do the Tonal. Good. ISAC amp is on. Interface is up. You can see that the hub has been configured, so that's good. Let's go ahead and do the virtual template, which is going to enable spoke-to-spoke communication. I have an error with our number. There we go. So everything is configured. If you go to the hub, you do a show IP interface brief, and for some reason that network went down. And why did it go down? So let me see, why did it go down? Let's go ahead and do a debug crypto Ike V2. Let's also do a show crypto Ike V2 SA. We do have one. So okay, I know why this went down. So if you do a show IP route static, I have a static route, a default static route. So we need to go ahead and disable that. No IP 80.1.1.2. No IP route, and then we do IP route to 11.1.1.0. Send it to 80.1.1.2, and then for 22, also send that over there. Then if we go into interface Tonal 1, shut it down, and then do no shutdown. Let's do an on all. The interface came up. Let's see if it came up over here. Show IP interface brief, and now it is up. You can see it right here, or you can see it right here. So it is good. Now it is working. So since now that it's working, if we do a show crypto Ike V2 SA, we have that SA. The remote is 11.1.1.1, which is router 1. That's good. If we do a show crypto IPsec SA, we have it right here. Current peer port 500. So that's good. Also, if you want to see more information, you can do a show IP NSRP. There's no NSRP. Okay. That's good. I believe that's actually for the spoke-to-spoke communication. So let's just leave it like that. And let's go ahead and configure router 2. Config T. And we just want to change this to template 2. This is going to be all the same. This one is going to be loopback address of router 2, which is 20.22.22.22.22. Right? There we go. Also, if you go to the hub, if you do a show IP route, you should see a route to 11.11.11 directly connected into virtual access 1. So that means it is going through the VPN. But we don't have one for 22.22.22 because we are going to configure it now. There we go. FlexVPN, Ike V2 Keyring the same. The Ike V2 profile, we just need to change this to virtual template 2. This one is to be 2. Look back on number. This is going to be 2, template 2, and this other template 2. Verify. There we go. Our number. Let's go ahead and copy everything and paste it into router 2. And I saw one error, which was the last one, or not the last one, this one, virtual template 2. Good. If we go to the hub, I did not see a connection for the hub. Let's see if we got another error. I believe the source is wrong. So let's go ahead and, or even right here, we can see it. It is gigabit 0/1. So let's go ahead and go into the interface tonal 2 and do a tonal source gigabit 0/1. And that should bring it up. And there we go. So if you do a show IP interface brief, you can see that we have 2. Virtual access 1 for router 1, virtual access 2 for router 2. Let's go ahead and move this so you guys can see it. Router 1 and router 2. Same IP. If you do a show IP route, say static, you're going to see now that we have a route to 292.292.22. We have virtual access 2 and 1 for 11.11.11. We have virtual access 1, which is router 1. Router 2, if you do show crypto IKEv2 SA, you should see a couple tunnels. Good. That means that it is working. So now what we want to do is we have a hub to spoke communication, but we want to have the spoke to spoke communication. So if you go to router 1, let me do a show IP and SRP. We don't have any. Let's go ahead and do a trace route to 22.22.22, and there we go. So the first time it went to the hub, but the hub is going to be like, hey, look, silly, you don't have to go through me to get to router 2. Since I'm the hub, I'm telling you to go straight to router 2 for now on. So here's a route, an easier route or a faster route to get to router 2, and that's going to form a spoke to spoke communication whenever the hub sends that to router 1. So let's go ahead and do a trace route again. Still going to, seems like it's still going to the hub. It shouldn't have. Let's go ahead and show IP. There has to be an issue with the virtual template. So let's go to show IP and SRP. So we have one tunnel created for 22.1.1.1, but it looks like it's still going through the hub. If you do a trace route, you're still sending it to the hub, and then the hub is sending it to router 2. Let's see what's going on. It says that it is down. Show IP interface brief. Okay, so we are having some issues with the spoke to spoke communication. Let's go ahead and see if we can fix that. Let's go ahead and do show run. Um, 80, good. Look back. Tonal 2 is good. It's pointing to virtual template 2. Where is that virtual template? Right here. Virtual template 2. Shortcut. And we added that shortcut over here to virtual template 2. Let's go into this virtual template. Type tonal. And let's say to config T. What if we specify the tonal source? Gigabit 0/1. config T, tonal source, gigabit 0/2. Let's see if that fixes that issue. It looks like it has not. Let's go debug crypto Ike V2, see what I get from here. Let's do the same from here. Let's do a show crypto Ike V2 SAs. We only have one SA. We don't have the one for router 2 for some reason. Let's go ahead and do a show. So if we don't have an Ike V2 SA, we won't have an IPsec SA, because the Ike V2 SA establishes first, and then after that is established, the IPsec comes up. So did I get any debugging over here? Nothing. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see if we do. Let's go ahead and go into this. Not this one. This list. Let's go in. If we go into this FlexVPN, config T, and do a permit. I want to permit 11.11.11.11. And I believe I did this FlexVPN wrong anyways. But it's supposed to be like this. Access rule cannot be configured, higher sequence number. And show IP. Let's go ahead and show run. Section access list. So router 2, it is saying to permit any FlexVPN. Let's go into router 1, show run section section access list. This one is also saying to permit any. Okay, let's go ahead into this access list. Config T, paste, no permit any, permit 11.11.11.0. Let's go and do it like this. Let's go ahead over here as well. Config T, and then let's go ahead and also permit it on router 1, and let's permit this one on router 2. Exit and show. Let's see, show IP interface brief. We still don't see that. We still don't see that spoke-to-spoke communication. Config T. Let's go ahead and interface virtual template 2. Type tonal IP NHRP redirect. Maybe that would do it. I don't think so. Let's go ahead and go to router 1. IP and HRP redirect. And show run. Let's go ahead and do a pipe section virtual template. Interface. Show run. Loopback. Virtual template 1. IPsec tonal 80.1.1.1. That's good. For this one, router 1 is good. Network ID, loopback. I don't think I'm missing anything, but I guess I'm missing something. Let's go ahead and go into router 2. Show run. And it has to be from that virtual template somehow. Okay. Let's see, this one has 1. Yeah, it does. Let's go ahead and see. We have the source right here. We don't have that source for. Let's go ahead and specify the source just because it is on router 2. Config T. Tonal source. Gigabit source /2. Is that what I was missing? It doesn't seem like it. Let's go ahead and go to router 1 and trace routes 22.22.22.22. Still going through the hub. I mean, we have communication, but we don't have spoke-to-spoke communication like I wanted. Show IP and HRP. We have one dynamic. It is shown right here, and NBMA address 22.1.1.1. Show IP and HRP. It is showing this tonal 2 right here. What is the flags is negative, flag is router and HRP. So the NHRP tonals has been created, but the virtual template for some reason is not working. But I'm gonna have to leave this video right here, and if you guys saw anything that I configured incorrectly, just go ahead and let me know in this video below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, guys, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share this video, and also go ahead and follow me on Twitter at TCNA Daily Tips. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one, and I love you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.